One of the things I've appreciated about this project is that I've discovered each chapter and idea through the better part of this year, along with you watching. I didn't know what to expect from the work, though I knew it would be significant, maybe direction altering. And for me and for Wayward Studio here, it has been in some ways. Arendt has underscored how I frame my approach to too much contemporary politics, caused me to challenge more frequently morality, which proceeds on a transactional basis, demanded that I re-examine the spaces I don't challenge enough. I find myself talking differently about politics, about history. It was to be expected. And do I see the origins of totalitarianism as relevant to today's politics? Applicable? Well, of course I do. It's a prime reason I chose to read it, because I wanted to understand more about the historical posture of the 20th century nations we so often casually toss off parallels to. In some ways, the labels are truly reckless, but still in others, we don't half appreciate the signals that we see. The only two factors, I think, which are perhaps significantly different are the role once again assumed by the ultra-rich and corporations, much like the late 19th century, but powered into politics itself and shaping it in preposterous ways. More, I think we're better connected through the internet than any previous regimes have imagined. I'm not saying that these improve or worsen our chances to slide into totalitarian ideologies and power. I can see either. Just that they are factors that Arendt had not previously accounted for. But we have had plenty of reasons to be concerned long before the past decade of politics. Other writers have worried about our ceaseless cruelties perpetuated often on the premise of race, but not limited to it. I'm thinking of Cavarero's book, Horrorism, which takes us into places like Abu Ghraib, the Iraqi prison where U.S. soldiers tortured prisoners of war. I'm thinking of writers like George Bataille and Cornelius Castoriadis, who obsess themselves over our anti-human behavior. I'm thinking even of Edgar Allan Poe, who set the stage for horror itself through arguments of murder as a perfected art, regardless of its cruelty, and then whose narrator suggested that they were sane. Yes, we do this, and we're sane. All that it requires for us to fall to totalitarian horror is the adherence to a particular ideology as a way of framing the world, combined with a little loneliness. And it just sounds too damn familiar, doesn't it? So yes, accepting Arendt means accepting that someone could see any one of us as entirely superfluous, as someone whose life and history are utterly irrelevant, as someone whose relationships and thoughts are non-existent, as erased from memory. And that means us imagining this for ourselves. All because what? We want. And the stuff we get when we want enough means that someone else, someone nameless and irrelevant to us, suffers. And we, like any good bureaucratic citizen, are not responsible for the works of empire, now operating under other brand names. So long as we keep them nameless, in the name of racism or nationalism or whatever ism you want to slap on it, they become an other. And then, what difference does it make anyway? We could scoot that concentration camp right up snug to our neighborhood, and we could still manage to look the other way. Arendt wrote her book over 70 years ago. She wrote well over 200,000 words, between 500 and 900 pages, depending upon the printing you grab. And still, she has barely scraped her topic completely, let alone followed along into our century. She died in 1975, just about 50 years ago from this video posting. So what do we do with it? Like I said, I chose to read it because I wanted to know. But too few of us have the time to do the same. I understand. Hence, these videos that might have helped a little. But I've hardly stopped there. Along with these videos is a 100-plus page PDF outline of Arendt's entire book that I've produced. It includes brief summaries of each section of each chapter, key quotations from every chapter cited by page number, what I think are the most significant points she makes without the thicker historical details. It also has the transcripts for all 16 videos I've made. I think it's a far more manageable document to read or skim through, or you can do what I have. Feed it into your favorite AI as a manageable research source. I've made it available to all my Wayward subscribers, or you can download it directly from my website, waywardstudio.com. I hope you find it valuable. And that's it for now. I'll be taking on another nonfiction work in 2026, but I'm frankly kind of glad we're done. It's frankly getting pretty cold here in Michigan, and if this lasted much longer, we'd be doing these in snow. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your interest in Arendt's history. Thank you for thinking about what we all have to. Now, we have to decide what to do with it.